Hello everyone. We are going to start the discussion for homework 7, and it is advanced function. In the assignment, there are 2 points to be noted. First of all, as usual, you may run the outgrader as many times as possible, and your score will only be recorded based on the .mate file you upload. But now, after you run the grader first time, you have to wait 10 minutes to run the feedback file. The purpose is to encourage you to discover the error yourself. And also another point you should be careful is after you include some function in your amplifier, you better type function, the name of the function in the amplifier, so that they are going to be shown in the published PDF file. And then we are going to start the problem. There are 2 problems in this assignment. The first one is to find the function average and the standard deviation. The second is to do the derivative of a function. So let's start with the problem 1. Well, in problem 1, you are first the first step is to create a group of numbers. You can use an array to record that group of numbers. It is from L to R. You can see they're all real numbers. So on the real line, from L to R, you are asked to create n real numbers, x1, x2 to xn. x1 equals to L and xn equals to R. So I suggest you to use the function linspace. Function linspace to do that. And then if we have all the x, then we ask to find the average. Yeah. Also, a real function is given. Then we are asked to find the function for different x. Then find the average of those fx. So we have n fx, right? So that in that condition we add all n fx, and then let the sum of those numbers over n and get the average. Also, we are asked to find the deviation. The function given in the assignment. The declaration is also given in the assignment. There are 3 input and there are 4 inputs and 3 output variables. In the input, the capital L is capital L is the start of the group of number. and R is the end of the group of number, and the capital N is how many numbers do you have between those two, between R and L. And FH is a function handle. So for example, it is a psi function or some function which is more complicated. And the function name is getStats. And the output, there are three outputs: sample mean and sample deviation and the sample and the employee v. The sample mean is the output of the mean value of the function, and the sample deviation is the deviation of that function. And the employee v is here. Let me see. Here, you have to be careful that the employee v is asking you if the function is vectorized. What is vectorized function? If I'll give two examples. Okay, if f equals to x squared plus x. So you can see here there is no dot before the exponentiation sign, right? In this condition, x can only be a number, cannot be a vector. But if I use this function, I let f equals to you all know the anonymous function, right? So this two example anonymous function. If I have a dot before exponential sign and derivations and the multiplication sign, in this condition, we call it we say that the function is vectorized. So you ask to judge if the function is vectorized, because if we have we have x as a vector, right, from x1 to xn. So if it is vectorized, we can just set fx to get all the function value. If it is not vectorized, we cannot simply use this sentence to get all the value. We have to write a loop to get all the value. Okay. So you in the assignment you ask to use try catch to do the judgment. So the try catch, I think you probably get some idea from the previous assignments. It is the basic idea is first you begin with try, and then try is followed by some statement For example, a is bigger than equals to bigger than 1. Okay, so if the statement is true, the lines after catch will not be run. If it is not true, the statement will the statement after catch will be executed. So in this case, the statement will after catch will be ignored. So this is a logic part, and I'm going to give you some hint for the code. Okay, in the code, probably you first write the first declaration, right? Function have the input, have the output in the front, and then the input, and then the name of the function, right? In the parentheses, you have all the inputs. There are 4 inputs and 3 outputs. Then you going to form the X array, the array of X. It is from X1, X2 to Xn, right? You have to think about how to create this array, and then you are going to do the mean and the deviation part. So you are asked to do try and catch, right? And the end. So if it is if the input, remember with input have a function, right? Function handle. If it is a vectorized function, probably you can just because f h x will give all the value of the function, so you don't have to run a for loop, right, to get all the x, right? Or you have to, if it is not vectorized, you have to run a for loop to get all the function, then add them and find the mean and the square root. Probably you have to you have 2 for loop. One is to calculate the mean, and one is to calculate the deviation, right? So that's basically for the problem 1. It's just a one function file. So for problem 2, well, I will give you some hint how to check your result. Okay, after you finish the function code, you write you start another M file. Okay, and in the new M file, you can define a function. For example, in the assignment, there is an example f1h equals to So yeah, it is an anonymous function equals to x, right? Cosine x sine x. So after you define this function, you can say L equals to R equals to, and R equals to, and another input is right. You define all this, or you just uh, give those numbers in the function is also okay. Then you say 3 output is mean, right, deviation, and employee, right, equals to the name of the function we just code. It is get statistic, right? And the input is F1H and L, R, and N. Well, remember, in the assignment it is required you to include copy gate states, right? This new amplifier function, a new amplifier will help you to check if you get the mean and the deviation and the employee. If it is vectorized, if in this condition you can see it is cosine multiplied by sine, so there is no dot before that multiplication sign. So it is not vectorized. You have to if you go into this function, I mean the get statistic function, it will the try part will fail, and then it goes to the lines after catch. So the loops are used to calculate the mean and deviation. Well, that's for problem 1. For problem 2, yeah, you are asked to calculate the differentiation of a function. There is some function in the MATLAB can help you do it directly, but here we are asked to do it according to some basic mathematical idea. First you are yeah, let's see, there are two inputs for this function. Is f handle, it is a function, and h is the step size. There are two output also. The first output is the definition of deviation we are very familiar with, and the second one is another definition. So after have a basic idea about the assignment, the next step is to write the code, because the logic for this problem is just include a function and find the deviation, its deviation. So the first step is to also, as usual, with declaration the function. It is two inputs equal to the name of its derivative of the function, the function's name, and the step size h. Right. So in the function, we're going to write the two function. I think that's the most tricky part. For example, if I have an output d1 and deviation 2, d1 equals to, because we are given the function, the input function, right? Function handle, and the output is based on the function handle, but you cannot. But you'd better declare it it is a function of x or y or z again. Then you can write the content of that function. For example, if function, if f handle is equals to psi x, right? So you have to form the new derivation function equals to psi x, no, not psi x, but f handle x minus plus h minus f handle function x minus h. And over 2, right? Not 2, but 2h. So you can that's how you form your new new function and get the output. So I must say the process is very straightforward. Yeah. Also, after you finish this function, you probably can check your function through another M file. You should define a function handle first, a new M file, and it is probably it's about x, and give the content of that function, for example, x squared plus x, right? And after the definition of anonymous function, you can include the function you defined before, right? And give your h the step size. If the smaller your step size is, the more accurate the deviation. If you have your step size very small, like 0.001, I think the number you are going to get is pretty similar with the correct one. We already know the we already know the derivation of function x squared plus x, right? It is 2x plus 1, right? So we can use this to check. That's why we can use this to check our code. So now after the function, we already get the function handle d1, d2, right? Which are the derivation of the h handle, function handle. And now we can give a group of x. For example, x equals to 1, 10, okay? We have a group of x, and we try equals to. We try to check the derivation. For example, f1 equals to d1 x, right? fd2 equals d2 x. So that we have 3 group of output. The first one is analytical solution. FD is analytical solution. Right, and the second is we got in the first function the estimate derivative, and the first estimating derivative, and the second is FD2 is second estimating derivative. So we can compare those those 3 results, and to see how they fit with each other. If the smaller h is, I think those 3 equals to FD1 equals to FD2. Okay. Well, that's for the assignment 2, and just 2 questions. I think yeah, that's all for this part. Thank you, everyone, and we'll go back to answer your question.